Yo.
All right.
All right, cool. Let me call him. Okay. Call Fungus.
Finish off your mineral.
You have to hit. You have to hit do call or add call. I'm okay with it. 4, 5.
So many fucking bugs. Come on over.
Hey,
Come
wasn't I?
on over, baby.
Phone is ridiculous.
What?
Wasn't I supposed to call Cody because Eileen's phone is ridiculous?
No. Cody's out.
Cody's out?
Yeah.
What happened to Cody?
You're the only one who's upset.
I don't know where he went, man. Okay, it's just me here by myself, so he's out. We're not going to talk about it.
Wait, what happened, Eileen? I need to know what happened specifically. He left
He went
you?
somewhere? You can't go anywhere right now.
No, I'm just kidding. His cousin came over, so he's entertaining him.
Oh,
They're sucking each other's dicks.
Spreading the Rona.
Keeping it in the family. That's what they're doing.
Man, that's upsetting. I was gonna keep going, but I'm just sad.
Yeah, it's too whatever.
Anyway, so we're all here, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Cool.
Is your wife there too?
What?
What about Mo?
Who?
Your wife.
Oh, right. She left to her sister's house because Lydia wanted to. She wanted to spend the night, so she's over there right now. She might come. She might swing by in the middle of this. I set up another mic just in case she wanted to join when she gets back.
I was gonna be like, what did you do, sir?
What?
Did you say that she went over to his mistress's house?
No, her mom's house.
Oh,
Her
okay.
sister's house.
Yeah. Either way, it's the same outcome. It doesn't really matter. It could have been the mistress. I don't fucking. She could be lying to me. So there.
What's the juice here?
So,
y'all ready to curb this fucking list?
Wait, didn't we get rid of Los Spookies?
Why don't we record this over over Zoom?
I think because nobody can see our faces.
But we don't have to put video on. And it's better sound quality.
We're already we're done.
It would be too much work to do it.
It's a podcast that you guys are putting effort into. It takes 2 seconds.
No,
let me get on there and email everybody a link. It'll take 5 seconds.
See, but the whole MO of this podcast is we put in no effort into it.
Yeah. This is as much effort as I'm willing to put into it.
Because we try every time we try to put in effort, it ends up failing miserably. Yeah, so that's. I mean, if you want to do it,
given is always killed within like half a second because it's like, nah, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, Eileen, the expert in this podcast and how it came to be. She has something to say. She's been on 2 episodes and now she has an opinion. Fantastic.
You guys, I'm gonna hang up then.
Shut up, Eileen. You're not gonna hang up.
No,
let's go do this.
What?
Me and Eileen.
All right, yeah, we're gonna do our separate own podcast, and it's just gonna be shitting on your own podcast.
That's fine, dude. Good luck. Hey, man, you guys will probably be way more successful. So I will ride those coattails. So whatever.
Yeah, I applaud your efforts.
All right. Well, let's get started.
Yeah, let's get started. Because I feel like getting it down to the final 10 is probably going to take a long ass time.
I don't think so.
I don't know. It shouldn't be that hard.
All right.
Whatever.
So should we just do 2 cuts? That went faster last time. 2 cuts each.
Yeah, we can do 2 cuts each.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
You want to start?
Yeah.
Wait, who's starting? I'm starting, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, starting. Because you're going to, because you introduced the podcast and all
Oh,
that. And then
that's
we
right.
ended with Eileen last.
Okay, cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Coronacast episode 5. We are down to the final 46. Is it?
Yeah.
46 top shows of the decade. The definitive list. If your show is not on the list, it's because you have shit taste. And if your show is on the list, you probably also have shit taste. Because there's some pretty shitty stuff on here.
There's some real thinkers.
Yeah. So once again, this is Serve.
Kevin.
Art.
Special guest Joanne and Eileen.
Oh, that's right. We're being invaded by women on our podcast. It's supposed to be boys only at one point, but
Well, boys and Cody.
Right. Well, Cody's barely a human being. It's not even a gender thing. But it's a welcome change. It's a welcome change, some fresh perspective on stuff or whatever is the right thing to say about these things. But yeah, we're getting down to. We're gonna try to do the final 10s, but we'll see what happens. And I think I'm starting, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna get rid of the Masked Singer.
You know, Eileen, here's your spot to defend it or make a case for it in any way, because I haven't actually seen a full episode, but the very premise is I get nothing from it.
Sure.
So right off the bat, you ruined me because you didn't even give it a chance.
Yeah.
So we just disregard that comment. But seeing all the other options we have on this list, I'm willing to let it go.
All right.
Fantastic.
What's the second cut, sir?
So no parting words for the Masked Singer. No
Nope.
reason why it was put on there.
Why it was put on there? It was a really good show, and it had me guessing. Okay.
But I mean, there's no way you could have known. They're all like barely celebrities. They're like Oprah's gardener. And it's like, who the fuck could have guessed that the fucking horse or whatever was like?
Did you not see that Terry Bradshaw was on there?
Terry Bradshaw. Are you talking about a fucking Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback from the fucking 60s? As they're like not cool?
Did you ask her to defend it so you could shit on it some more?
Yeah, I mean, that's what the thing is, right? We're supposed to like see each other by the end of it.
Mind you, we were flipping channels the other day trying to find something to watch, and that show was on for like 5 seconds. And Art basically rolled his eyes and was like, no, this is disgusting. It's coming off the list. So we decided right then and there. It was horrible.
Wow, 5 seconds.
Yeah.
It's
Who was
Well, the costumes are bad too.
Yeah, it was a horrible costume. With a frog.
Did you guys see
They're not
the
meant to be.
did you guys see the Sarah Palin episode?
There was a Sarah Palin episode?
So I saw it because it was all over the internet. She was one of the Masked Singers with Sarah Palin, and the bitch can spit fire. I'm just gonna say, but she's also awful. But she was one of them, and I don't know. I just kind of, it was just so morose to see. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Her voice is not pleasant. I don't imagine it translates well to.
Well, she was doing she was doing Baby Got Back, so you don't really have to have much of a singing voice. But she's got some bars. I'll give her. I'll give the skank that.
Something amazingly obnoxious, like grating voice. I could see her doing that, or
Live.
or that one fucking band, Talking Heads. I could see her doing one of those songs.
All right. I think we talked enough about this show.
Okay. So, Seraph, your number 2.
Okay. Let's see here. Top 10 of the decade. Oh boy. Let's see. What We Do in the Shadows. I'm gonna be honest with you. I didn't watch it at all, but the title makes me angry.
Have you seen the movie? The movie's really good.
The movie's good. The show is not.
No.
I agree with that. I think it should come off the list because I think that when you compare the two, there's just it falls short for sure.
Yeah, they don't use any of the same actors, and I know that they went on to be more successful and busy. And
that tells you the first thing.
But yeah, just the writing and the jokes weren't as funny either.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What is it about? Because I didn't even bother to look into it, to be honest with you.
It's kind of like The Office, but if everyone was a vampire.
It's vampires in modern day.
Yeah.
Adjusting to modern day life. Getting a cell phone like that.
That sounds terrible.
The movie was funny.
Maybe I'll check out the movie. Did you guys ever watch that one Hitler movie? That's kind of like the same thing, except it's not vampires. It's Hitler. He comes back to life in like modern times, and he's just going about his life in Germany, trying to like take over and stuff. A German flick.
Is it a new movie?
Yeah, it's new-ish. I guess it's like a few years old. I guess by now, like 2 or 3 years old.
But it came out of Germany.
Yeah, it came out of Germany.
Because they're so weird about whitewashing things. Like when there's a piece of media that's released across multiple countries, they'll usually edit out swastikas, or they'll try to pretend that never happened. Like Wolfenstein, they don't. I don't know if it was Wolfenstein. It might have been like Metal Nevada or something, where they like removed all the swastikas and removed all the overtures.
It's everything. They take it off of everything.
Yeah, so that like surprises me that they were able to make a movie about Hitler adjusting to like daily life now.
Well, I don't know.
I mean, that sounds funny.
It is pretty funny, but when I was living in Minnesota, we had a bunch of foreign exchange students and stuff, and they apparently dig that shit into their brains, like what happened. Like they're vivid about that shit in schools and stuff, because they want people to be like, we were fucking terrible. You know what I mean? So it's not that nuts, I don't think, in terms of like history. I know it's illegal to like brandish swastikas and stuff in Germany, but. Yeah, I don't know. It was funny because like the movie Hitler is kind of like a moron. You know what I mean? Like he's just like kind of like a goofy idiot, but also he still has these like tendencies that he like has this need to want to take over shit. You know what I mean? It's pretty funny. Anyways, let's keep going.
All right.
So I think it sounds like we're taking off What We Do in the Shadows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Kevin.
All right, I'm gonna cut dark. I saw a couple episodes. It was fucking weird, but not.
No.
Not,
yeah, I feel like you really need to give it
the whole season.
Yeah, it really becomes. There's no other show like it. It gets really intricate. It's fun to kind of like map out the relationships between the characters. It's really the best parts of Lost, and they actually planned and mapped out. Like everything makes sense. It's genuinely surprising. I think you need to give it just a little bit more time. I'd say let's keep it on the list a little bit longer.
You can watch it with a character map.
Yeah, it makes it a little bit. How many episodes did you watch?
2.
2? Oh yeah, you need to watch it a little bit more.
I would think like another 6 episodes.
Okay, but do you think it's top 10?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
For me, it might be on like my personal top 10. I think like you can start to shows
with the list that we have right now, I don't think it'll be up in top 10 though.
Well, I can tell you, it's going to be there before fucking. Let's see.
Here we go.
Stand Against Evil.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah,
but I mean,
like that. I'm going off the ones I saw.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, it's a little bit more of a ask. The show requires that you invest a little bit more into it because over the first couple episodes, it's unpacking things a little bit slowly. It'll start to pick up more, and it's a fun show to try to
figure out.
You know like how confusing time travel shows can be, it's fun to kind of make sense that there's 3 timelines happening at once with a bunch of different characters that are interconnected, and it's there's some there's some mapping and plotting you have to do on your own, and that's kind of unique to that show.
Yeah, I like the investment that it makes you put in. The more that you get involved in the show, it just is making you think through what exactly is happening, reference the character map, watch the episode and pause. Like, it's not something that you can binge, you know? And I appreciate that about a show. Like, I don't want to just binge.
Yeah, I think
what the fuck is Sense8?
That can come off. It lost me. It's I think it was one of the first shows that tried to be like super edgy in the sense that it's like, okay, showing an orgy on live TV or not really live TV. Was it live? I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, the fuck.
What is the what is it?
So basically, there's like these people. There's 8 of them that are all connected in a telepathic type way, and the world at large, like there's like secret organizations and stuff that kind of like want to destroy these people, and there's this guy who has like a way of finding them. They're from all over the world. It's a group of 8 people. They end up finding each other, and it's like the journey of secret organizations trying to destroy telepathic mutants and things like that. It's just, I don't know.
So it's like X-Men
ish.
Okay.
Yeah, they don't have superpowers or anything like that.
Being a telepath. Superpower.
Yeah, with 8 people.
All right.
Sorry, did you Sense8? Yeah. What number was that?
39. There, it's gone.
Yeah, you cut it already.
All right. Let me go ahead and.
All right. Did you?
I think so.
What?
No, we were just asking if you got the explanation for what the show was.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and cut Modern Family.
Woo!
I agree.
Excuse me? I mean, I know we don't watch it and we don't dedicate our lives to it, but
no, it was good. Nobody's saying it's not
it's
good.
It's family TV.
Yeah, but
it's United States treasure.
It's not gonna
just
fucking
like
hold.
Friends.
What? I agree with Joanne. I watched it a lot. It's the only thing that's actually keeping me and Mo's marriage together, besides The Office.
Well, I mean, you guys.
Hey guys, I'm kind of I'm not getting you. You're all sounding there's a lot of feedback and you kind of sound like robotic. Are you guys getting that with my phone?
No, I think.
Are you hearing me that way? Okay, it's back to. All right, I think it's back to normal now.
All right. So, okay, if we're not gonna cut that.
No. I don't think we move off of it yet because, nobody here would say it's top 10, right?
Fuck no.
No. Well, so here's my argument with that. We're thinking top 10 every category. We got to consider family TV, national treasure. That's category, right?
No, I don't think it's top 10 overall. It's like 10 comedy shows.
Yeah, it's what we think is top 10.
It's quality family fun. It's long lasting. It's happiness.
Not top 10.
It's a show.
But I think, it's all those things and it's a good show. But don't you think after the first 2 seasons or so, it started to get less and less relevant?
I don't think so. I think you got to give credence to some of those shows that you can just put on in the background and have them playing. You know what I mean?
But if you're thinking about top
10 to have it in the background.
Yeah. I mean, what's our reference? What's our?
I think it's
you have 8 shows or whatever.
Yeah, if you have to watch it, I guess you wouldn't sit down and watch all 2,000 seasons of Modern Family.
I guess the best way I could describe a top 10 show, because I like Modern Family, but I would say a top 10 show is a show that you quote. I don't quote Modern Family. I quote Veep.
Yeah.
I quote Always Sunny. I quote a bunch of these fucking shows. But
you're right.
that's not a show that I quote or would even I can't think of a like when I'm watching it in the moment, it's like, okay, that's funny, but it doesn't get ingrained into my brain as something that I'll laugh about on, like, I'll be driving down the road or something. You know what I mean?
Also,
Yeah, I think
I become Mormon for shows I care about. Like, I made everybody watch Demon Slayer. I'll proselytize. I have no shame. But that show doesn't do anything for me.
I get it.
So I think with Modern Family, again, it's a good show. Like, they obviously know what they're doing in terms of like acting and writing and like crafting like
To the audience.
Yeah.
Like, they got a target market.
Yes.
Well, and
But it's not like it's not a show that I would tell someone like, you have to watch this show. Like, you need to watch Modern Family. I'm not a Modern Family fan.
I guess, and also give a comparison to something like Friends, where Friends I actually do quote or would, like, you know, there are things from Friends that are memorable to everybody, whereas like Modern Family, it's just gone on so long that like.
I can't even think of a single Modern Family joke.
No,
I think it's just consistently, inoffensively okay.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
All
right.
It's real middle of the road, but solid middle of the road.
You're right.
Okay. If Joe Biden was a TV show, it would be Modern Family.
Yeah.
No, never say that. That's disgusting.
Except his brain would be more rotten, and it would have like fucked its granddaughters.
It would have been pervy like long ago.
So I'm gonna start to cut my own choices because I'm the only one that liked them, and I also don't think that they're top 10. I'm gonna go with Los Spooky, even though I think they're, as far as entirely Spanish speaking shows. Well, actually, there's a little bit of English in there, but shows that are mostly Mexican actors and a show that's mostly in Spanish that's like well written, like that's pretty rare. And then the premise, as somebody who just likes spooky and Halloween themed shows, so the premise is, well, are you guys familiar with what the show's about?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. Okay. So it's just a group of people for hire. It's like the movie The Frighteners, but without the ghost. It's a group of Mexicans for hire that are there to stage supernatural events for people. So.
Yeah, I've watched a couple episodes. Mo likes it.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a fun show, but I'm willing to cut it.
It's fun, yeah.
And the other show I'm going to cut that I added there was The Twilight Zone.
That's right.
It was not nearly as good as the 90s Twilight Zone or the original 1950s Twilight Zone. And I'm actually not a fan of Peele's. It's Peele, right? Not Key.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any of his horror movies or any of his horror output was, I didn't get it. I didn't get why everybody liked Us or why everybody liked that other movie. Which other one did he do?
He
the
did
one where people are jumping from black person to black person?
Yeah.
I mean,
it was like Invasion of the Body Snatchers, but with black people.
Yeah.
Yeah, because everybody wants to be black.
Parasite, that was good.
There is a scourge in Hollywood, and it's like intersectionality, where it's if a black dude does something remotely edgy that has to do with race, it's like automatically great. For some fucking reason,
Right.
I don't get it. I hate Peele. I think he can peel my dick, is what I have to say about that guy in general.
Spectacular wordplay.
It was pretty.
No, he's pretty funny, but it's horror.
It was pretty low lying fruit there, but all right. He's funny in the skit show. That's all. Whatever.
Yeah, he was.
So does that mean you guys don't think he's going to do a good job with the remake of Candyman?
Probably not.
I never liked Candyman to begin with.
Candyman.
Like, let's be honest, it sucked already.
Yeah, the best horror B movie is fucking Wicker Man. Obviously,
Yes.
the Nicolas Cage version.
Yeah,
No.
that is the best B horror movie in that genre, right?
That was perfect. You're right. It's about bees. Literal bee horror.
Yeah.
Anyway, Dr. Giggle sucked too.
But I believe you.
So who's next?
Eileen, you're up.
Okay. I'm going to cut Narcos?
Yeah.
First season was great. Second season, it doesn't cut it for the top 10. Period.
Yeah, the first season was fantastic. It got Mo speaking Spanish. That was pretty weird. I was like, if it got her speaking Spanish, is it gonna like turn her into an assassin or something? She's gonna get really into it. Maybe start drug dealing at her elementary school. But she got really into the first season, and I liked it as well. The second season, I watched like 2. Yeah. He started doing like Colombian slang and shit, right? Nobody understands him. They're like, what the fuck is this guy talking about?
Narcos, man.
All right, so we're going to take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, great first season. Watch it. Awesome. After that, not worth the investment.
I think the next one I'll get rid of too is Mindhunter.
Yeah. I don't think it's top 10.
I really like it. But is it top 10? You watched it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, I watched it as well. And I don't know. It's like the thing that I always go back to is as I look and I forget, like we all added all of these. This is not my list only. So like every time we do a pick and it's something that is remotely close to something that I enjoy, and I look at something like, I don't know, Killing Eve or fucking Devilman or some shit, or John Oliver's Last Week Tonight, and we're cutting something that's clearly better, I get very upset inside and I rage out calmly. But yeah, I guess it's fine to get rid of it. Whatever. It doesn't. Nothing matters.
So this is the Mindhunter case.
Nothing matters anymore.
Do you want to defend it? Because I'll defend it with you. I will defend it with you.
I mean, I would defend it, but my argument is, like, if we're gonna do top 10 of the decade, I think that there are shows on this list that have been far less impactful in terms of like just as overall an overall show that should not be on the list. They should have gotten rid of it like fucking 18 turns ago or whatever. But you know what? It's y'all's life. You have to live with these choices. I don't. So whatever. Get rid of it. I don't care.
Okay. All right. Hold on. We can offer a swap. Do you want to swap it for another show right here, right now? Because I feel like we should give it another try.
I think so too. I would get rid of one of my own shows that I put on here in lieu of that. Let me look for one that I think is not that great. Here's a show that I put in that I don't think should be in the top 10. New Japan Pro Wrestling returns. That's the one.
How fucking dare you?
Yeah, I don't think that one's gonna be up there either.
I don't like wrestling anymore, but I'm willing to leave it on the list just because it is. If you like wrestling, it is the best wrestling program.
I understand. I was just joking about that, by the way, because Kevin added that. I didn't actually. I was kidding. I added Chernobyl to it. I think Chernobyl was cool, but I think Mindhunter was like it occupied my time more than. I thought it was cooler it was more fun to watch. Chernobyl was dope, but I was like, I was like, Russia's not that bad. Sure, do it.
Can I offer up something that I picked that Can I offer up The Americans?
Do it
instead of Chernobyl.
Because I haven't watched The Americans, but I have watched Chernobyl, and I watched all of it, and it was pretty cool.
Okay, Americans is good, but Mindhunter is better. Okay.
Yeah. As far as they're both, hold on. So they're both like
drama.
So they're both very kind of similar shows. Well, not really, but just similar in tone.
Like, I mean, you got like the FBI and shit like that, right?
Yeah, they're both centered on the FBI, except one show swaps out the Russian network of spies for like serial killers.
Yeah, no, I think that Mindhunter is definitely better than The Americans as far as quality content.
There's a lot of suspension of disbelief with The Americans.
Yeah.
Or you have this guy Philip, right? He's this Russian spy that is raising a family with Felicity.
Elizabeth.
But she was Felicity the actress played Felicity in the 90s.
Oh my gosh, you're getting your shows mixed up.
So she So anyway, he's maintaining like 40 different relationships with women, and he's married to 2 different people. And it's just anyone who's spent any amount of time in a relationship knows that that's a bunch of fucking horseshit because they demand way more attention.
Artie's grossly misrepresenting the show. He's just angry about this one man being able to juggle 5 women.
Yeah, no, it's fucking bullshit. Not just 5 women, but 5 married women. I don't get it. No.
It's coming out to them. But there are any children involved?
Yeah, there's two little fucking spoiled brats.
And his wife's 5, so I don't know. Anyway, coming off the list. All right.
Yeah, sorry I hijacked your pick, Eileen.
What? All right.
Sorry I hijacked your pick, but I wanted to throw my pick under the bus for.
Yeah, got it. Okay. Can I?
Yeah, you're
Marvelous Miss Maisel next time.
No.
That's a really great show. But anyway, go.
All right, Kevin. Look, I'm going to nominate a show. I'm going to make an argument about why I'm going to eliminate it. And I think the only one who's going to be upset is Kevin.
It's not me, is it?
No, but Demon Slayer. And here's why.
No, they all love the Demon Slayer.
Okay. Demon Slayer is some whiny-ass, bitchy-ass shit. He never stops talking about what he's going to do and how, I don't know. He's a whiny bitch. And it's got to go.
You're right.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it either.
Kevin on this one and not eliminate it because I believe that one's strong enough to be in top 10. Just because of the story, the character development in it, and just his journey along the way, and the fact that I could not stop watching it.
Yeah, maybe she's a less contentious one.
I can appreciate character development and a journey, but
how much did you watch?
Writing sucks.
How much did you watch?
Yeah.
Maybe even more.
No.
How much?
6 episodes.
Okay.
No, not enough.
Yeah, no.
But I cannot stand the.
No,
he's so annoying.
that's
I don't
and I
need to
guess
know that
you don't
you're
like it, but you're wrong. So.
I don't think so.
No, a show shouldn't take 6 episodes to get going.
Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. Everybody pause.
Yeah, you fucking watched 2 episodes of Dark, not 6 episodes of this.
We need to pause it. Everyone's out of control right now. We need to calm down. All right, because there's some wild shit being tossed. Because 2 seconds ago, Art was making that exact argument. So,
no, really. You're talking about a sample size of 2 episodes versus 6 episodes.
But hold on.
If you look at the amount of episodes there are of Demon Slayer, there's 24 episodes.
Okay. So now we're getting into the weeds and we're gonna bust out statistics, and I'm not willing to do that.
All
okay.
I think we have this fight later because that is it's such even as a
so I'm gonna
not just a generic show and not just not with a single likable character.
Okay.
And it's got cringe-worthy dialogue, but you know what? We can argue about it later.
No, I think we should
make our way through the list.
I think we should argue about it now because we're already halfway through the discussion. And I happen to agree that I don't think Demon Slayer is in the top 10. Do I think there are other shows out there that are less cool? The list is getting harder to cut, right? It's going to get more difficult. But I enjoyed Demon Slayer. I liked it. It was dope. But I do agree with the shortcomings. There is some cheesy shit in there. But you have to remember, it's an anime. Anime is cheesy.
Yeah.
It's not.
Okay.
But if you want an example of a really strong anime with a similar main character, My Hero Academia is 100-fold the show that you play.
I 100% agree with you, but it also has that same underlying feature of the main protagonist being a colossal bitch. Yeah. Even more so, I think, than the kid from Demon Slayer. Because the kid from Demon Slayer... Yeah, because fucking the guy... what's his face from My Hero is just nonstop. Yori, the guy's just crying all the fucking time. It's almost like I'm watching a Lifetime movie.
He was so much more likable. I felt inspired personally by the protagonist of My Hero, and I felt like nothing for the Demon Slayer protagonist. He was more faceless. He had no personality other than being morose and
a whiny bitch.
His family was brutally murdered, man. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you no soul?
Yeah.
I mean,
And he sure cried about it for a lot of episodes.
yeah.
Bueno.
I just don't like it. I think we should pick a stronger anime and stick with that one and take Demon Slayer off the list. But
I don't give a shit.
we continue.
I don't want to talk about it anymore.
Do you like My Hero Academia more?
I don't care to continue this conversation.
Okay, I guess we'll take it off then.
Ugh.
All right. Okay. Another one I think is going to be easy. I don't know if anybody watched it, but I don't think that Killing Eve stands up to the test of like the other top 10 list. It was good. I liked it. It was entertaining, like captivating, but I don't know that it's like top 10 material.
I
Agreed.
I like it a lot.
I don't care.
I can't argue for it really because I mean it was fine. That's all I could say about it. It was good.
Did anybody else watch it?
No.
I tried it. I couldn't get into it.
No? All right.
No.
That's a simple one.
I really like the actress, the sociopathic like hitman because she's like acting her ass off and she's doing all these different characters and voices because she's a spy and it's a little over the top and it's kind of fun to watch her.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean,
do you like it more than Fleabag?
No, Fleabag's way better.
Okay. All right, those are my two.
Okay, back to serve.
What? Oh, right. Top 10. Bueno, I'm going to go ahead and get rid of mine. The Righteous Gemstones. Hey, Kev, did you get to watch those first 2 episodes?
I didn't. It wouldn't cast on my shit, and I didn't want to watch it on my phone, but I'll do it tonight. I do want to watch it.
Watch at least the first one. Like, it's insane. It's fucking... It's some crazy shit. It's funny as fuck, and it's fucking twisted as shit. I respect, before I get rid of it, I want to give props to Danny McBride for knowing when to fucking end a story. He never drags shit out when he's making these things. It's usually 1 or 2 seasons. He tells the fucking story and he quits. He doesn't try to, like, you know. Yeah, exactly. The Righteous Gemstones is 1 season, and it's fucking great. But yeah, if you guys haven't watched it, it's on HBO. I think HBO is free. So check it out. It's worth a watch. And I've already explained what the show is about, roughly. It's great shit. It's funny. It's fantastic. But yeah, get rid of it.
I think this is like one of the last times we're going to get to enjoy John Goodman. So
probably
I'm totally for whatever he's in. And that other guy, Walton Goggins, he's funny.
Yeah,
he looks funny.
Yeah, he plays Psycho real well. So yeah,
he was good in Django, as well as like Vice Principals. He was really good in both of those.
Yeah. Like in terms of like unhinged Southerner, there's not a better pick than that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fun. I'd watch a whole movie where he's the focus. I mean, in The Hateful Eight, he was kind of the main character. Did anybody else watch that movie?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked it, and that was mostly because of him.
Although I will say before, you already got rid of it. Tacoma FD should have been gone 1,000 years ago.
Yes, I agree.
You guys just want that one gone because it's the guys who made Beer Fest. And
no, like a lot of people here, not me, like that show or movie.
I didn't get to watch it. So
yeah. Is it the Broken Lizard people or whatever the fuck? Or
cut it then.
No, it's already been cut, Eileen. Like, we weren't gonna wait for your approval. It's funny.
So what happened with Community? Wasn't that 2009?
Yeah, but so was The Office. So I thought I would leave it on there because the bulk of the seasons were in this decade. So
Okay.
But yeah, we can cut it. I mean, I love Community. I like Dan Harmon. I like pretty much it. I feel like Dan Harmon, the person, probably sucks, but Dan Harmon, like anything he puts out, is pretty entertaining. And then the thing I really liked about Community, besides like all the actors involved, minus Joe McHale, was that each episode was really different. Like they all had a different. They were all based on, like, there was the Mad Max episode, and then there was the Apollo 11 episode, and there was like For a Fistful of Dollars episode. There were all parodies on, or there was the Lawnmower Man episode. So it was kind of fun. It was like, I'm a sucker for nostalgia, so I got to like kind of really relive all these movies.
Isn't that like on some subscriber network now? What's it on, Netflix or?
It was. I mean, the show's done, but it went from.
But where's it streaming now?
I don't know.
I want to watch it.
It's on Amazon Prime.
It's on Hulu.
But for free. It's on Hulu, okay.
Okay.
And there was a season where Dan Harmon got fired because he was in a fallout with Chevy Chase. And that season was terrible, but the rest of them were good. Okay. So I'm okay with letting Community go because like nobody else really feels strongly about it, right?
I was just asking about it. I wasn't studying it, but okay.
Well, I mean, I know you watched a few. First, you were pretty cold on it, and then you kind of were like, "It's okay."
I liked it. I was just questioning the 2009 thing. That wasn't what I was going to cut. I was going to cut Rick and Morty.
Okay. You know, I feel equally about those two. Like, I feel like those two shows are the same to me as far as like, how
Community on there. If we're being honest, Rick and Morty kind of jumped the shark for me. I haven't even watched the last season.
No, the season was good. The thing about Rick and Morty is that it bred a really obnoxious community around it.
Yes, 100%.
And that's why I'd rather have Community.
But
that's no fault of the show. If we're like judging the show in a vacuum.
No, it is. It's the fault of the show.
Yeah,
it's like one of those things where, like, the show exists. It's how can I put this? And the show's existing, and its very existence is breeding, as a result of its existence, this like horrific group of just shitty people. You know what I mean? Just. Yeah. Motherfucking trash. I've never. You know what? I'm getting hot and bothered here, so I'm just gonna go ahead and stop talking. Whatever.
But they already existed. They just happened to latch onto the
show. No. I think that this show caused these people to be this. There's no way they were like this without the show. Now you're probably right, but still, I want to blame somebody, and it's an easy blame for me.
So yeah. Rick and Morty, and the next one I would cut is let me see. What's Devilman?
Oh, I don't know. It was an anime. It's on Netflix. It's about this guy who's a real crybaby. He's very sensitive. He has this friend that comes back into his life and tells him about that demons exist. And so his friend makes him go to an orgy with him where the demons come out and they start mutilating everyone and killing everyone. And he ends up getting possessed by
I need to watch it, but I can already tell it can't be as good as Demon Slayer, and that's already gone.
Yeah. I was going to say, it was really good. Like, I liked it a lot, but top 10 material, no, so go ahead and cut it.
Okay. So I'm going to cut Castlevania. I mean, it's an awesome show. It's a fucking metal show.
Yes,
and it's also the best video game adaptation there is, and there's no other good ones besides maybe the first Mortal Kombat.
I would even argue that in itself, because I agree with you 100%. I've never watched a video game adaptation of anything, movie, cartoon, nothing that's ever not made me want to blow my brains out. And Castlevania was like, oh, okay, I can watch this show. But yeah, I don't know. I would even say just on that's a decent merit in my book, not being awful. But then again, that's an awfully low bar, I guess, when I really think about it.
And what it had going for it also was that each season was really different. Like the first season, spoilers, I guess, is kind of introducing Dracula and kind of humanizing him a little bit. And and setting up the conflict between him, Belmont, and the speaker. I forget her name. Alucard, and then the second season is them killing Dracula and dealing with the aftermath of that, and kind of introducing Carmilla and her army. And then the third season is
completely
different. It's dealing with like the Carmilla and their territory and kind of fencing in humans and using them as like a perpetual food source, and dealing with the two Forge Masters, one kind of seeking his revenge on Carmilla, and then also the Belmont story, which is kind of separate. It has like 3 different stories running concurrently. Did anybody watch the third season?
No.
It was really good. Like the second season and the third season were equally good. So it's kept up its quality, and it seems like they have so much material to go from here. I think it'll continue to be good. And that, it also is it's animated really well. It's written well. It's funny, and
dark enough.
Yeah, it reminds me kind of like of Ninja Scroll in its style, and it's like arterial spray. Like anytime somebody gets decapitated or sliced up, it's a fun show. But I don't think it's top 10.
Yeah, I agree. I really liked it, but I don't know that it's top 10 either.
Unless anybody feels differently.
I think it deserves some sort of spot. I don't know. I really enjoyed it a lot. But I don't know. Like I said, I guess so. Like an honorable mention situation because it was fantastic.
Or I don't know. Like maybe it is top 10.
You know what? Like I would swap my pick, One Punch Man, even though, and I will say this, One Punch Man did something that I think everyone that loves anime loved about that show, that it's just one gigantic parody of anime, and it made fun of anime for all the ridiculousness of it. It has all the stupid shit in anime, like the long drawn out battle sequences, the crybaby shit, the whininess of like some protagonist. Like it was just really, it was the first time I watched an anime that had all the anime shit, but as a parody of itself, and or as a parody of the genre. So I don't know. Have you guys watched One Punch Man? Anyone?
I saw two.
I haven't. I do want to.
Yeah, you should watch it.
Yeah, everybody tells me it's good.
Yeah, it's essentially it's a parody. Like it's just making fun of anime.
It's really funny.
It's just over the top, stupid. It really highlights how dumb anime is, but we all love it anyways. But yeah, that show's entertaining. Maybe I guess I would say Castlevania was dope, but I think if you want to go a little like really dig into a show and appreciate what it did, I would say no. I take it back. The One Punch Man was way better than Castlevania in terms of what in terms of its impact, I guess. Because I've never seen.
So it sounds like both of those can stay.
I would say so.
Like I can switch to review. Yeah. I mean, review is really fun to play. It's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm okay with that.
It was really funny, but it's not going to hang.
Yeah. Okay. Everybody feels that way?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that my first pick or second?
First.
First? Okay. So I'll do one more. I thought I did 2, but I'll do another one. I'm going to go with Stand Against Evil.
Yeah, sure.
Really? Easy.
I mean, Eileen, do you want to argue to keep it in the top 10, or? I know that was your pick.
As long as you're there.
What?
Eileen?
Did we lose Eileen?
Let me check.
I remember this show.
Yeah.
It was good.
I mean...
was it top 10?
No.
Nah.
Absolutely not.
I like the characters. Well, okay.
Hey, that's that guy from Scrubs.
He's the best. I don't even know his name, but he's the best.
He was in
She can hear us, but we can't hear her.
I saw that.
We can't hear.
Yeah.
I'll recall her.
Wait, maybe she's just muted.
Yeah.
That's what I asked her, but I don't know.
Okay, just tell her to hang up her phone, and then Art will call her back.
Yeah, she can hear you.
Well, I dropped her ass, so let me call her back.
All right.
All right, we're all back.
All right, cool. So, Eileen, you want to defend? Eileen.
Oh,
Eileen?
Good Lord.
All right. Eileen.
Come on, Eileen. Fucking
happening.
answer the phone. You dumbass bitch. Oh, God.
Let me try again.
All right.
All right.
But did she hang up the phone? Yeah.
No, she said
No,
it again.
Good
I
Lord.
dropped. Eileen.
I'm here.
Oh,
Okay, cool.
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
You want to defend
working
Eileen?
Yeah. Do you want to defend Stand Against Evil?
Okay. Well, I really would like to defend it, but I'm guessing that no matter the defense I play, this one's still going to get cut.
Oh
because
my
it's not
God,
top
Eileen.
10
That is
version.
so weak. Just defend it, man. God damn.
Okay, did any of you guys watch all seasons?
What'd you say to me?
Balls deep.
Saw a good amount of it, but I didn't like it enough to watch it all.
I've only been that way. I've never watched it.
I refuse to watch it because you like it. Like, I've made it a point not to watch it.
Oh my god. It kind of had an Ash versus Evil feel to it, but it was more like crass humor and stupid jokes. I mean, it had Nick Poyle in it from Always Sunny, and he was the deputy, and he was very ditzy, which is what I liked about it too. It was like very stupid humor,
Mm.
and it appealed to me. But if you guys don't want it, then I'll go ahead and cut it.
What's it on? Like, what
It's on
platform?
Hulu.
What?
Hulu, it's
Oh.
got 3 seasons, and the last season, season 3, is only like 8 episodes, I believe.
Hmm. All right.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
You know, it did remind me of Ash vs. Evil Dead and the Evil Dead movies, but I don't really like those movies, so that's probably why it didn't stick with me.
Probably.
Got it.
So who is picking right now?
Eileen?
I can't remember.
Oh,
Wasn't it Art? That was his
yeah,
second pick.
yeah, it was Art.
Oh, that was me. Okay.
Okay,
And Eileen,
so
you're up.
Eileen's turn.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of. I want to say Black Mirror.
Yeah. I can get behind you on that.
I saw
It-
one
it-
episode. It was really good, but I didn't watch the rest of them.
Yeah, the first, like, when it was British, it was good. Like, usually anything that America touches turns to shit. The first season was handled by the Brits, and then we took over, and it just got progressively shittier. I think the last season, or not the last, the second to the last season had, like, who the fuck is that bitch? Some fucking celebrity in it. Miley Cyrus.
I think it was Miley Cyrus.
Yes, it was Miley Cyrus, and I started because I really liked the first. Even like the second one had some good episodes. Like the Star Trek one was pretty fucking twisted. I liked the attempt. The idea was good, and they like the first season really was like Twilight Zone revamped, and I thought that was real cool. Like it had that kind of feel to it, but more modernized. And then they just kind of fell off a cliff. But I give them props for trying. And it was entertaining at first, and then it just like the Miley Cyrus episode. I watched like 5 minutes of it, and then I just couldn't fucking do it, man. I couldn't.
Yeah, the thing about Black Mirror is like kind of for me, it's like eating like junk food.
Yeah.
I'm like in the moment, I'm like, oh, this is good, and then afterwards, I'm like, whatever. I have no desire to keep eating that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I will say there was this one vignette about a Terminator dog.
Yes.
And it was fucking amazing. Like, I want one of those dogs.
If it was like a weenie dog version of the dog, right?
It's a robo.
Yeah, it was just that fucking, because Terminator is one of my favorite movies, and seeing that in dog form and seeing this dog stalk people and just like bust out like a switchblade basically, and then a shotgun and like terrorizing people and hooking onto the back of their fucking van as they're speeding away. It was just hilarious. It was like watching a serial killer dog. You saw that one?
Yeah, I saw that one. It was really rad. That dog did not give up. You thought they fucked the dog up, but they were like, "Oh no, this is only a matter of time before it comes and kills us." I was really good.
That was one of my favorite things I've ever seen. So I'll give it props for that. Yeah. And that one guy fucked a pig in the first.
Yeah, the pig fucker was the one that I saw. Also, the one that freaked me out the most was like the memory thing.
Did you
contact?
Where the guy cuts a piece of his fucking brain out so he can't watch his like wife or whatever leave him. That was sad.
Yeah, it was like that. The dog episode was like if what was the name of the dog in Jimmy Neutron? Like if he just went ape shit and just started killing people and stuff. That's what kind of like, as I watched Jimmy Neutron as a kid, and that's what it reminded me of. Also, another really funny episode that I thought was hilarious, and I always like whenever my my brother-in-laws are playing video games and I didn't get to play with them, I just reference that episode. I don't know if you guys watched it, but it's an episode of two old friends that knew each other and stuff, and they started gaming, and then they just started fucking each other on the video game. So I always just reference that episode. It was really funny because shit gets really, really weird. But yeah,
I feel like you relate to this show in some way.
Yeah, I mean it's a good show. I mean it's still on the list because everybody likes it.
Yeah, it was dope. I liked it.
Yeah, it's since the Twilight Zone in the '90s, it's the next best thing.
It was like the closest it ever, because I remember watching the Twilight Zone and I was like, it was captivating and shit. And this is the closest I've ever seen a show get to that in terms of that genre, I guess. But like I said, I give them props for trying. They should have just kept it in BBC. But whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll take it off.
All right.
All right, next one. I'm gonna get rid of Super Center.
That's still fucking on there?
What?
Yeah.
It is?
No fucking way.
No, it's not.
No, it's not.
God damn it, Eileen! You need a dumbass list.
So it's already crossed out?
Yeah, it was
Yes.
the last episode.
Okay, I'm not really following. I don't really pay attention. I'm sorry, guys.
You wouldn't have to if you had a goddamn laptop, you fucking peasant.
Well,
you just get the goddamn list.
It is called 15 Minutes in Poverty, and I'm in poverty right now, okay? Get off my back.
All right. I guess I could. I guess I could respect that, Eileen.
Yeah.
I'm in an area that does not even give me Wi-Fi. I have to pay Sprint to give me a hotspot, and that shit is fucked.
You have to you have to pay a service provider for service? That's insane, Eileen. Holy shit.
I mean, it's not unlimited like you guys get with Spectrum and all that. I have.
Well, here's where that's bullshit, though. I mean.
I think actually, wait. Yes,
project.
100%. Yes, and I agree with you completely.
I don't own it. They charge me for it.
No, but I think Art is trying to say that it should be free.
Yeah.
But also I think like most major drugs are like funded by like the people and shit. Anyways, let's not get into that. But I think actually, Eileen, if you call them, since I have Sprint 2, and I think if you call them and you tell them that that's the only source of internet, I think they're offering unlimited hotspot now for free. If you're broke ass and you live in the middle of nowhere, they'll give it to free. But I think you have to call them and ask for it specifically.
I like that was half helping and half insulting. That's my favorite.
Because that means he actually likes me a little.
That's my favorite ratio. Half and half.
There you go, man. Got to keep it 100.
Yeah.
All right. Anyway. I'm going to cut Adventure.
Wait, what did you just fucking say?
Wait. Hold on. Art went to go tinkle, and if you just said Adventure Time, we need to wait for him to come back.
Art's going to lose his shit. And Kevin's already ready.
No. You're not going to cut Adventure Time.
Just see how mad he would get.
Something else. I'm very fucking
on the floor. Okay, hold on. Wait for Eileen to tell you. She'll break the news to you.
Wait, what?
All right. She finished tinkling. Go. Cut Adventure Time.
Fuck.
No, you're wrong. No.
I gotta go get some popcorn for this.
That is very much the weirdest fucking thing.
I got an earful the other day for trying to suggest that Adventure Time was crap. So I'm gonna go get some popcorn.
What's wrong with you?
Well, I mean, it is crap.
You're fucking trash people. Both of you can eat dicks.
Oh, we eat it in abundance. Thank you. Yes.
So here's what I'll say about Adventure Time.
You're all mom if you don't like it.
So I think it's one of the most important shows in the last probably in all of like televised history. I think it's. I do. I genuinely think that. And out of all of the shows that spun off of it, of all the creativity that came from it, of all the doors that opened for the various artists and writers, like so many different like good shows came from that show. And when it was firing on all cylinders, and when it had all those people under the same roof, it really tackled a bunch of different like. A lot of heavy subjects without being like cynical. It always maintained this like underlining theme of like positivity while dealing with like loss, with dealing with like absentee fathers, with dealing with like heartbreak, friendship,
having your family die.
Yeah. And it's like such a unique show being set of like so kind of the underlining story like on its surface is like a boy and his dog going on adventures, but then the back like it really spun a web over the like I think the whole show took place. I think there's 10 seasons, so it's exactly a decade long, and each show added to the lore, added to the mythology. It is really well thought out. It's very detailed. Like as complex and interconnected as like D&D is, Adventure Time is.
Yeah,
and it all follows a consistent internal logic. And so the show starts off with Finn, the main character, and you kind of like grow up with him, especially like if you're a kid and watching it at the same time, like the same age as he's portrayed. Each year, the voice actor grows up and the character grows up, so he ages in real time, and it's kind of dealing with themes that are pertinent to each age of his life. Beyond that, I think it's like it really blends like silliness with like mature themes. I think you can enjoy it as a kid and as an adult, and it's got like layers to it. I don't see how you cut it Adventure Time. It's like
before that,
it's the most fun post-apocalyptic show there is, I think.
I was gonna say, like, you literally get to mourn for the end of the world. Like, they cover that. Like, what's happening right now has been covered by Adventure Time. And the fucked up thing about it is that's not even the saddest thing that happens in the whole show. They make the extreme sadness less sad than the interpersonal sadness, which is fucking impressive. There's only 2 shows that have made me cry that are comedies, and that's The Simpsons and Adventure Time. That's it.
So you can like kind of see that in like the Adventure Time villains. Like they start off kind of cartoony, and then you kind of delve into like they all get like heartbreakingly sad. Like the Ice King, who has like Alzheimer's and gets progressively crazier because of the crown he wears that gives him like imbues him with magic, but he uses that magic to protect his like surrogate daughter.
Yeah,
and
that's why he became crazy in the first place. And by using that power, he's lost his daughter, she's lost him, and they both live forever, so it's always eternally sad.
Yeah, except she gets to bear the brunt of that sadness because he doesn't remember anything.
Yeah, but it's even more tragic when he does remember because he realizes how much time has passed that he's been crazy, and he feels like total shit about it.
This is a horrible show. It's depressing.
No, it's not depressing though. Like I said, all that. It's very positive though. It's very like uplifting. Even though they all go through that, there's like a hopefulness to it. Like I feel like it's one of the few genuinely non-cynical, hopeful shows there are.
Being slapping like oh, that's okay. Like trying to lessen the blow of truly horrible things. It's like, yeah, you're trying to, but they're still horrible and shitty, and you're trying to lessen the blow. Is not life.
Well, exactly. That's what life like is. It's forcing you to like kind of deal with reality a little bit, right? Like that's what we all do on a daily fucking basis, right? Like we all have to accept the horridness that is humanity, because you have to. It's either that or put a bullet in your head, right? So the show,
either way, it's sad.
Yeah, it's not only, but like what Art's saying, that it's uplifting because at the end of the day, there's some like the ride is also cool and fun, and yeah, it's cool. I haven't seen a lot of it. I've seen a good portion. I watch it when my nephews are around because they like it and they're always around. But I've never watched an episode that I didn't come out thinking like the fucking the Firefox fucking thing that like
that
short.
Was amazing.
Yeah, it's fucking incredible, man. And I'm like okay, I don't understand. Like, what is it about the show that's upsetting to people? Like, I genuinely want to know because I don't understand.
So, what is upsetting to people? It's a very secret. Sorry.
It's okay. The thing that I was going to put it up for the chopping block is because is it top 10?
I would say so.
Right for me.
I would say so. Absolutely. And like considering the list, like Adventure Time v Bob's Burgers, of course. Like Castlevania, Dragon Ball Super, Russian Doll, Veep. Veep is cool, but I would say Adventure Time. Yeah, exactly. Like I haven't felt feelings
like
that.
Adventure Time is a very superficial reason, and it's the reason I don't. And maybe this is like I'm just like I'm putting my opinion out there in a way that's probably like oversimplifying everybody's hatred for the show. But I don't like the animation like at all.
Oh, okay.
I think the animation is disturbing. It's cringeworthy. It's
like I know what you're
poorly done.
Like the way people react to Squidbillies is the way you react to Adventure Time.
Yeah, like I don't like it.
Yeah.
Since you guys are intent on keeping Adventure Time from the point of this conversation, how about we do?
I feel like I don't care who wins number one, but I feel like Adventure Time has to be top 10.
Yeah,
I would agree.
I can respect it enough, and I appreciate it enough for that to be a top 10 show.
That's like my one to care about. You could cut all the rest that I love. I feel like
I was gonna say, like you could literally make this a 2-show list and have it be second. I'm still happy.
Right. So
what could possibly be number one?
Because my main question was that if it's top 10, it's safe. So
it is.
What about Gravity Falls?
I'm willing to let it go in lieu of Adventure Time. It was a great show. I love it. It's very quirky, but it's also a byproduct of Adventure Time. So you might as well, have the main thing stay.
Hey, I just want to say, I just want to say one thing, Kevin. You should never negotiate with terrorists. I'm just saying.
Oh no! I am a terrorist. I'm gonna blow myself up and kill everyone.
Moving on. Who's next?
So Gravity Falls is off?
Yeah, Gravity Falls is gone.
Yeah, I'm off, I think. I will probably let go of Over the Garden Wall. And here's why. So when I first met Art, he knew my hatred for those types of animated shows. I don't like animation. I tolerate very few types of animation, and that was one of the ones that I did not like. When he showed me pictures of it, I was terrified. I got the creepy crawlies all over my body, and he made me watch it on our first date, second date, where I cooked him a really great dinner, and he made me watch this show. I did not like it. I mean, I appreciate it. I understand it. It was well written. It's great, but I cannot, it just gives me the heebie-jeebies.
Yeah, it's supposed to be kind of creepy. Again, it's from, the Adventure Time people that's kind of spun out and did their own thing.
And it's not top 10.
I loved it. It would be in my top 10, but I know that that's just my taste, because it's about Halloween. It's a retelling of Dante's Inferno using brothers, and it's really inventive. It has Tim Curry in it. It's a creepy old witch and a singing frog. It's really whimsical and surreal, and I loved it. But
I thought it was too whimsical.
Yeah.
Only thing I didn't like about
it was for me, it spoke, that is a show that's like an art show. That's what I love it.
I knew what I was getting into when he showed me that.
But anybody else see it?
I saw it, and like I said, too whimsical.
Yeah, Kevin hates whimsy.
No, I do. I really genuinely do. I put up with how much whimsy it had, but I didn't enjoy it.
No, but I will. No, I've never watched it, but I'm willing to. It sounds interesting.
No, it's really good. It's just, not gonna win or get.
It's kind of it's like a Miyazaki movie, a little bit mixed with Adventure Time, mixed with Italian classic literature.
Shit, yeah, I'm down. Where can I watch it? Hulu, Amazon?
I just stole it, so I don't know.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
I'll check it out.
It was on Cartoon Network, so
probably Hulu.
Yeah, I'll check it out. Yeah, it's on Hulu apparently.
Somewhere on the internet. Next show I think I would get rid of is, so I don't know what One Punch Man is.
No, we all
love it.
Well, I don't love it, but we argued for it saying.
So I gotta watch it. Okay.
Which one?
I didn't know what it was. One Punch Man. I don't know what that is.
Okay, cool.
I won't get rid of it. I'm sorry. I will make an argument to get rid of it. What's Maniac? Does anybody know what Maniac is?
I don't.
No?
Why is it on here? Can I get rid of Maniac? Because it's in the top 30 or whatever this is, but nobody knows what it is.
It's it was a movie with it was actually a TV show with Jonah Hill. Yeah,
right?
It's
that one.
Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Not top 10 worthy.
I wouldn't say so. It was an interesting story, but it wasn't.
It was interesting, but no, not top 10.
Yeah,
all right, so those are my two.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Okay. Next.
Back to you, sir.
Oh, geez. All right. Here we go. It's still a hard John Oliver last week tonight, right? He will never be redeemed in my eyes. What is?
Honestly, I think at this point I'm willing to cut it.
Listen. I don't need a snarky, like, the only thing that makes this man interesting is the fact that he has a British accent, and he knows that. He knows that that's the only reason people will listen to him. Fuck this guy. I say keep America great, Trump 2020. That's all I'm saying.
Hang up now.
I mean, he's the best Daily Show surrogate there is.
But here's the
we have.
Here's the thing.
I think this is as far as this show's gonna make it.
Dude,
anyway.
Not only that, but here's the thing. Like, late night comedy shows are trash. They're all just out of the blue. They're just bad. They're all bad. They're subject to bias, of course. And the fact, I think I have some bias against it, right? The fact that goofball comedy is the only way people get news now, like, legitimately, is disturbing to me. And I think they should all be destroyed. And it's not even great news either. You know what I mean? But, you know, that's what I'm picking. If you guys want to fight for it, fight for it. But I just don't like him. I don't like John Oliver. He is, and I agree with you, he's the best surrogate out there. Like, I like him better than Seth Meyers. Any, like, late night comedy news show, I would argue, yes, it's the best one out there. But it's like the bar is so fucking low at this point because they're all just really fucking bad. I think we could all agree with that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I thought Conan had some over the last 20 years some decent shows.
Yeah, but Conan changed format.
Yeah, but Conan is not a news talk show.
Yeah.
It's like a variety show.
As far as news talk shows, there's the Daily Show, the Colbert Report, and Last Week Tonight. Right?
And with the Colbert Report ended, and I would give you yes. I would even say that the Colbert Report, for what it was doing, was better than John Oliver Last Week Tonight. For what it was doing, it had some, like, it's not the same. It was like, again, it was like a parody. John Oliver is just like a British guy telling us how shitty America is, and I agree with him. But yeah, Britain is also shitty, right? And I don't know if you guys have ever like looked into like Parliament and how their rules work, but it makes us look sane. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I don't know about
fuck that.
Yeah,
guy.
but it's an American show, so it's gonna have an American slant.
No, for sure, and I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm just saying I'm gonna be an isolationist on this one and say people commenting on America should have American accents. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna be a bigot. That's it. I don't know. I don't think it's a top 10 show.
What I feel like should go before John Oliver Last Week Tonight?
No.
I feel like fucking Snapped should go.
Yeah, sure.
Really?
What is Snapped? Can somebody tell me what that is?
Snapped is a TV show
Okay.
that's based off of different murders of spouses.
Of who?
Spouses murdered their spouse.
Spousal murder.
Of course,
Yeah,
you would like that shit, you
spousal murder.
psychopath.
Yeah.
What's it on or what?
It's on cable. I forget which channel. I think it's Lifetime.
But it is like a uniquely lady thing to be into like true crime stuff, right? Like that's a thing girls are into.
I also like true crime, but I think it's a uniquely lady thing to be about true crime that murders your spouse.
Yeah.
I think you might be right on that one.
But I mean, there are other cases where the husband murders the wife murders the husband murders the mistress.
Sure. I don't think we're arguing that it's only like, well, Art is making that argument. My argument is that girls like to see spouses kill each other. That's what I'm saying, irrespective of who is doing the killing. Yeah.
Trash men get the dicks cut off. Like, that's just what we want to see. They deserved it.
Well,
hey, wasn't there that one trash guy that actually got his dick cut off, and then he tried to do porn with his like half dick?
No. He had it reattached to try to do porn. It was horrifying.
That sounds badass. Dude, talk about doubling down. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did that result from Snap? Like,
no. It wasn't a Snap episode. It was like it was a big story in the 90s.
The Lorena Bobbitt thing, I have one thing to say that it reminds me of. Do you guys remember in old school where the guy shows up and he's like, I'm here for the orgy? Well, I think that Bobbitt guy shows up at the floor and he's like, I'm here for the freak show, and then he just pulls down his pants.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a weird Frankenstein cock, I think.
Frankenstein, yeah.
Frankencock, okay.
That's pretty badass.
Yeah.
In the neck.
I'm all about watching men get their dick cut off if they've been like abusers, whatever, like if they cheated on the wife, if they did horrible things.
Cheating, that's enough to get your dick cut off?
It is. It is.
Whoa.
Noted.
Well, that's noted, yes, but some of the
Let me just say.
Like,
Hey,
most of the time, it's just that
so
the wife or the husband is psychotic. Like one lady, her husband was going to get a divorce from her because she was being abused towards him, and he was actually filing the paperwork for it, but he was worth a lot of money. So what she did was she had her lover go and murder him and stick his body in a big old tub of acid and put it in a barrel in a storage bin.
Oh my God! Is this the one that you showed us, where she like with the chemical something or other? She was like a scientist.
She had access to it, so that's why she was able to do it. But they ended up.
It was good.
Asking the lover, and he confessed to everything. So
I feel like this would work.
This is going out of hand. We should just cut it.
I feel like it would work better as a podcast, this show.
Yeah. And I think there are podcasts. Juan is into those things because Juan's actually a woman. I don't know if you guys know this. But yeah, he's a woman and he likes a bunch of true crime podcasts. And he's always telling me about them. Like, you should watch this. And I'm like, I really don't want to. But yeah, I'd rather watch a podcast about fat people. Like, I'm really into my 600-pound life, and it hurt me that I had to cut it. And I did I had to be the one to cut it. But yeah, it's a great show.
My 600-pound life is up there with Adventure Time.
Thank you. Finally, somebody understands.
I'm a dietitian. I eat that shit up. Like,
there you
I
go,
love it.
man. There you go. Maybe you shouldn't eat too much of it because, that's
Eileen,
why
are
they're
you
there.
okay with letting Snap go?
it doesn't seem like I have a choice, so I guess cut it.
Okay. Sounds
Was it your
like
first
you didn't
or
want to
second
fight for it.
No one is as into it as I am, so that's why I'm letting it go, because it doesn't seem like no one else would be into the show, so there's no point in keeping it.
I thought it was good.
It's a show I would watch with my parents on a Saturday night when I didn't have any friends in high school.
Oof,
Damn, you're cool.
God damn, that is scathing.
Wow.
That is scathing.
That's pretty bad.
No, I mean, that's what actually happened. I'm not trying to be a dick. Like, I watched a similar show with my parents on a Saturday night.
Yeah, it was one of those like
I know.
pedophiles.
I know.
Yeah, we all remember that show, Catch the Pedophile.
Oh, yeah, that was a good show, though, because the guy was like, hey, you want to take a seat over here? And then the cop showed up.
Yeah, that was a good show with what's his face. I like
Chris
when
Hansen?
Chris Hansen. When I first watched it, I'm like, is this not entrapment? You know what I mean? Like, what these poor pedophiles.
So,
you know what I mean?
So what I learned about entrapment was that you have to be convinced to do a crime you wouldn't normally do, and that's entrapment. And how this is different, I couldn't tell you just now saying that out loud.
It's a crime that they would do.
Well, I mean, no, but there's no way of knowing. Like, in that situation, there's no way of knowing or proving in a courtroom that they wouldn't have done it otherwise, right? That's the issue.
Yeah.
Because you would be able, I guess they would have to bring in character witnesses and be like, this guy, I've known him my whole life, and he hates kids' pussies. You know what I mean? And he would never do that.
You're to your home. Like, why else would you do it?
Have you ever heard
He got a really cool NES collection.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm just gonna say this: pedophiles have ruined adult relationships with kids in terms of I'm genuinely afraid. Like Mo will send me pictures of like Lydia in the shower in the like taking a bath when she was a baby, and I'm like, I'm gonna go to jail for the rest of my life for having this on my phone. You know what I mean? Like they'll be like, he has a naked baby on his phone. You should be in prison. You know what I mean? And I think that happened to somebody. I think
you guys, how do I three-way call the cops?
you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? I'm done.
You know, I think I saw Sir tousle someone's hair. There was a little suspect.
I saw it too. I saw him tent his fingers after he tousled his hair.
Yeah. See, I'm doomed. I am doomed. A guy can't walk around in a park with a heart on anymore. It's just, it's outrageous, is what I'm trying to say.
All right, so yeah, it sounds like that show's gonna go.
Yeah,
who's next?
Sounds like.
Am I
Was that your first or second cut?
I think that was my first one.
Okay.
Yeah, it was mine. Because Art is like obsessed with fucking John Oliver apparently. So I guess my second one is John Oliver. Last Week Tonight. I'm gonna get rid of I'm gonna get rid of Dragon Ball Super.
Wait.
No,
yeah, go ahead and get rid of Dragon Ball. It wasn't supposed to be. I hate to say it wasn't.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you compare it to the other Dragon Balls, like, no.
Dragon Ball Z.
Well, I mean, this Z because GT ate balls, so.
I like the original Dragon Ball.
Yeah, but GT ate balls. It's my point. GT balls.
Yeah, GT was really good.
I like the original Dragon Ball Z.
And Super was okay. The last season was good. But it had like 2 seasons that kind of sucked before that.
Okay, it's my turn. I'm just gonna like commit suicide on this list. I'm gonna take off New Japan because
I don't think we need to take New Japan off.
I think we need to take it off.
Okay.
Nobody knows what that is. It's a very niche population who likes
I'm already taking it off.
Wait. I don't think you should take it off. I think when you
let it go.
No.
Let it go.
It's because it's the only good wrestling for 10 fucking years. And it's like
it's literally the best wrestling in 30 years.
Yeah, in terms of wrestling. In terms of storyline, I feel like the Attitude Era hit me harder because I was 8. But let's wait to take New Japan off. Why don't you?
It's so irrelevant.
No, I don't think it's irrelevant at all. Every wrestling show aspires to be like New Japan. AEW.
I can text or call 10 people now who are going to be like, what the fuck is wrestling?
No, but that doesn't matter because we also know that people have
knows what wrestling is. That's a ridiculous thing.
Oh, wait a minute.
But like
people still do wrestling.
New Japan. I'm not saying New Japan. I'm saying if you call 10 people, they're gonna know what wrestling is. They're not fucking retarded.
Well, I don't know about that.
I'm just saying they're gonna be like, who even watches wrestling?
I don't think so. I think wrestling. I think wrestling is largely pretty stupid when it comes to like WWE, and but I think New Japan. I don't think it's about like what everybody likes or what everybody knows because people have horrible taste. That's why The Big Bang Theory was like one of the top shows of the decade.
Sure.
In terms of ratings.
Sure.
I don't know. I don't think we should cut New Japan.
I'm gonna say this. In terms, I used to be really into wrestling when I was much younger, and I think, and I'm gonna say this out loud. I don't care. You know what I mean? Keep it, lose it. I don't give a flying fuck about New Japan Wrestling. I know Kevin does, and you'll show me stuff about like scenes, and I don't even know if you'd call it a scene, but yeah, I still don't care. I still don't give a shit. You know what I mean? But I understand that you guys do care. I don't know if it's trying to keep hold of some sort of, fleeting aspect of your youth or something, but I don't give a shit about this. You can cut it or keep it, whatever you guys want to do. But I just wanted to make sure that you guys understood that I want you to understand that I don't understand why you guys like it so much. I don't know. I'm lost in that aspect. I just wanted to, I guess, get that out there. you know, and I feel so much better.
So, so I don't think it's about trying to recapture something from your youth. I don't think it's like a nostalgia play, really. I like why I like New Japan Wrestling as opposed to like other wrestling shows is because it's kind of like being into like a play or a like a dance, you know. It's just that they're very athletically gifted, and watching them kind of choreograph this movement and also tell a story in the ring it is kind of it's fun. It's like an old carny like style of entertainment.
I get it.
And I like when it's like when there's two really talented guys in there and they're like putting like one guy in New Japan he like broke his neck, and this was in like the last year or two. His name was Shibata, and he always put on like these really brutal physical matches. And watching him, you're always like concerned for his safety because he would put himself in like if either person it's like going to Cirque du Soleil and watching somebody balance on a high wire. Because if somebody does a tombstone pile driver off the fucking like top rope onto the apron,
yeah, they're dead.
Yeah, so it's like it's watching this like life or death thing, and it's entertaining in that way, in that really old timey carny I'm gonna fucking do this acrobatic move for you type of way. But it's also telling like a little like play, like a story.
I get it. All right,
and it was the best at doing that.
Well, I respect that. And thank you for sharing that and letting me know why you freaks love this so much. But yeah, keep it. I will always entertain wrestling because I see some shit that's incredibly impressive that Kevin will show me from time to time, and I'm like, that is very impressive. You're correct. Let's move on. You know what I mean? So like I said, I don't know if you want to keep it. I would suggest there's
I'll keep it, and I'll move to cut Silicon Valley because honestly it did fall off, and if it would have stayed consistent throughout, I would argue for it to be a top 10, but I don't think it did because I stopped watching it at some point. I didn't even care to download the episodes that were there. I just didn't do it, so I can't really argue for something that I don't feel that much for.
I agree.
Agreed.
All right. So now I got my second cut. Honestly, I know I'm going to meet resistance here, but fuck Stranger Things. That shit's gay. Watch it again.
Someone agree with me.
I like it, but I don't love it.
I liked it a lot, and it was just purely a call on nostalgia. What?
It's certainly better than New Japan Pro Wrestling.
But yeah, it's kind of apples and oranges, though.
Yeah, it's difficult to make the comparison.
Yeah, New Japan isn't about being the Goonies.
It's about like
impact
and mass appeal while being unique, and like it's just one of those shows I think is gonna be for a long time.
I will say this one thing about Stranger Things, and I like it, but it seems like they fed all the crap that people liked in our generation into an AI and made a show. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I feel about it. It has everything.
But at the same time, it fucking works for me, though.
Yeah, for sure.
Maybe I'm a rube.
I wouldn't say that. But yeah, I mean, we're all slave to trends, and we all have nostalgia because that's what that show was. It just reminded me of being a kid. You know what I mean? That's what it did, and it invoked that in me. I was like, yeah, how cool would it have been? Because I played D&D as a kid. I fucking still did as a fucking adult, you know? But it was like, oh, that's me and my friends when we were growing up, and how insane would it have been if all this shit happened kind of deal. So I really dug it a lot. But yeah, like I said, it was almost like it was targeted towards my generation specifically, you know, like it was an AI show, you know. In the most recent season,
kind of I was just going to say, it's kind of like I had the same feeling with certain Steven Spielberg movies.
Yeah.
where they just kind of appeal to that, like just I identified with being a kid of that, like that nerd, that outcast, that I always thought of myself like when I was growing up as like the way that they're portrayed, kind of plucky and what's the word I'm looking for? Intrepid, right? And that's kind of like, it wasn't exactly the childhood that I had, but it was the childhood that I wanted, that I thought I had. You know what I mean?
I get you.
It's like the idealized version of my childhood.
Yeah. It was a good show, but yeah, I don't know. I really liked it, but yeah, we can get rid of it. I'm down with that. But I want to give them props for incredible, like really laser focusing on a nostalgia, because we see that now, right? Like everything that's coming out of Hollywood and shit, it's just nostalgia driven, and it looks like they elevated that game to another level. Everything from the score, the music, the storyline, everything, the way they speak, they really fucking like went out there. But yeah, fuck that show, man. I don't care.
Word.
Okay.
All right, you're up.
So Kevin wants the second pick?
Yeah, I was gonna take a picture up.
I'm up. Okay. Shit, man. It's
Getting
we're
hard.
getting down to it.
Are we gonna
Wow.
stop when we hit 20?
Are we gonna stop what? No, we're going to the end.
Oh god.
This is it.
Oh man, we should stop at 10 and then argue the order next time. It's already been an hour and a half.
All right, let's see if we can.
I say we
Okay,
stop
so
at
since it's gonna get hard, could we? Sorry, what?
I was like, maybe we should stop at 15, and then from there eliminate the last 5, and then do the order.
Or maybe.
I say we stop at
Or
10,
maybe-
man. Fuck it, like Band-Aid it. Just Band-Aid it.
What about we start nominating things that have to be in the top 10?
Okay, let's each get one of those and then maybe start calling it at 20 then.
Fuck. No, let's just keep
Is
going.
that easier?
I don't think so. I think it's going to be the same fucking thing. I say we just keep going.
All right, so I'm gonna get rid of John Oliver.
About
Yay!
fucking time. Fuck that guy. Fuck
I'm
that
the
guy.
only one banging that drum, and I don't like it that much.
You son of a bitch. You made me skip that like 3 times, bastard.
We just wanted to fight with you, sir.
Well, because I do feel it's like top 20. But yeah, I'll get rid of it. It sounds like I'm the only one that likes it.
And nigga, it's been sounding like that for a while. Whatever.
Well,
I'm just gonna take the win and move on. And I apologize for saying that. That was an outburst. I apologize.
Well, sir, the thing is, like, when your dog's rabid, you want to shoot it.
All right, so that's done. The other thing I would nominate would be shit.
Chernobyl, dude.
I've never seen Black Jesus, so.
Well, honestly,
No, I'm not saying Black Jesus. I've never seen it. I'm looking at the list of shows that I've seen, and I know I'm going to enter like too much resistance with Parks and Rec, so I'm going with Mindhunter.
All right. Yeah.
I think, well, Fleabag, I think, is a way better show than Mindhunter. Well, does anybody want to argue for Mindhunter?
No, I've done my share of arguing for that show, and I don't want to do it again.
Okay.
I already voted to get it gone. So that's my opinion.
Okay.
okay, so Bungus, you're up.
Okay, let's see. I'm gonna get rid of Game of Thrones. The last season,
I agree.
fell off the cliff. I guess the last.
Here's why I think you're all crazy. So there was no other show on this list that was appointment television for us. We all got together in a group and we saw it. Like we got together, sat on the couch, and sure, like it got progressively worse as time went on. But no other show on this list matches that budget. No other show on that list got us that invested, where we had to like make sure we saw the most current episode at that time.
Remember when your dad fucked it up for us and we were pissed?
Yeah, I did. So I don't know. I think just I agree. Like an ending can be so bad that it spoils the rest of it for you. Lost, for example, was at one point one of my favorite shows, and the ending completely invalidated the rest of the show. Game of Thrones ended poorly, almost as bad as Lost. Nothing will be as bad as Lost, but it was close. But as far when they were following a template that the book followed, that show was like awesome.
That was amazing when it was good. And maybe that's enough.
Maybe
that's enough. It was amazing, and it's hard to say that any other show on this list was amazing. So maybe that should just get it in just on its own. Just the fact that we were all...
Like, I feel like that's a good number 10, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think, yeah, I can see that. Maybe an 8 or something.
Did you guys get rid of Game of Thrones?
How about Chernobyl then?
Oh.
Chernobyl? Anyone else want to argue? No?
I watched all of it.
Was at the edge of my seat the entire time.
A what?
I was at the edge of my seat the entire time.
It was.
Yeah, what I liked about Chernobyl is that it opened with really high, what you would think are really high stakes, somebody killing themselves, and that just being a footnote in the story. That not being like the focal point, and it being just a completely like what happened, like a giant fucking just global disaster that took down a country and a regime. It was like fascinating.
It didn't take them down because I think Gorbachev came to power after that, right? And they were like hanging out for.
No, he was in power during. It was like what kind of crippled him.
Well, was Gorbachev already the prime minister or president of Russia at that point?
I thought he was.
I don't think so. No, he was like an undersecretary or something. I think I might be wrong, but I don't think Gorbachev was already in charge because, I might be off in my history here, so I'm not going to keep going on into it. But irrespective of that, what it really showed that I really appreciated was how governments, and like now it's incredibly poignant because the way we responded to this tragedy was the exact same way. Like for the first month, it was like everything's fine, don't worry about it. You know what I mean? And as shit is hitting the fan, and that's how like all governments kind of reacted to it. I know Britain reacted the same way, where what's his fucking face? Boris Johnson was like, dude, I've been like shaking people's hands, jerking people off. It's all good, bro. And then now it's like, I have coronavirus. Everyone should stay home. You know what I mean? Like it was the same kind of like dichotomy there. How governments react to things. The priority one is deny and just ignore the problem completely. And then once it gets really, really bad, that's when we're like, or governments are like, oh yeah, it was really bad. So, it was bad. Let's move on. I like the show. The only like pickle thing is a technical one at the end of the series when he's explaining how it all went down. There were some like falsehoods, but other than that, the show was awesome. It kept me engaged. I watched the whole fucking thing. But yeah, we can get rid of it. But I really liked it though. I just wanted to say that it was dope.
Hold on.
I didn't want to get rid of it.
You guys, we're at 20. Do you want to just stop here?
Yeah.
It's been an hour and a half.
Yeah.
Because 20 to 10 to listen them in order is a good show.
It's up
We
to
gotta
you, man.
really think about the next time.
Yeah, I think what might be a good idea is for everyone to kind of go watch some of the top 20.
That's the other thing I wanted to do, yeah. Because I don't want to start studying shit if I haven't seen it. And the thing is, I haven't seen enough of Dark. I haven't seen enough of Chernobyl at all. Fleabag, I don't know what it is. Russian Doll, I haven't gone far enough. You know, there's a lot of shit I do want to watch. So I think if we give it another week, I'll be able to be more cogent with my points on why I hate these fucking shows.
All right, sounds fair.
All right.
All right, well, that's it then.
There it is, bitches.
Alright.
Peace out.
We got some lunch. It's gonna be great.
Later.
Yeah.
Bye.